before I was a, let me go back, hold on. Before I was a community college dropout, before I got my Yeezy on, when I see my mother do her unity in the community, got her Black History thing on. This is when the thing went wrong, because I sat on the steps when they told her that she couldn't use a newspaper that said Black voices had voices. This is before, way before Black Lives Matter. Now understand what really matters. When they take your opposition, your freedom to even choose your opposition, and say that you can't even transition the thinking and everything that comes with the omission, they won't omit or even admit that it's you that comes with the position. So the newspaper my mother tried to take up, I saw agents come and fake up. Nah, they didn't look like the Matrix, bruh. They look like you and me. Excuse me. I feel like a lot of dudes, say, school teachers, they said I wouldn't be nothing. But I literally had my second grade teacher tell me I wasn't gonna be anything in the world. And that was I see my first hero come in. That was my mom. She came in from work, and this is the first time I see a professional cursing out. Like, she cussed her out professionally because she, my mom was mindful of her settings, but she still gave it to her. Like, she let her have it, So my mother went to college, got a degree, got the 5 to 9, still wasn't easy. Went to the actual didn't mean to name drop, but I'm trying to give clues. NAACP came in and said, choose. You either stop doing what you're doing, which is progressing, or get out the city. This was the noose. Even went to the boss and said, what type of Native American are you? See, the indigenous intent is to take those that ain't really trying to comply with the intents of just complying. This is the essence of the incense that ain't really smelling. You ain't really funky until you see the bitter with the sweet. See, when I sat on those college steps with my mother, it took me to understand that even a youngin' can understand this. That's what Malcolm X gave me, the X generation, those that represented those X'd out. This is an outcast represented where he came from, and there's no doubt that his mind is in doubtful times because his identity's in crisis. And right now, it's not looking like the identity on my card is looking like they want to pull it and say, get out the car. Rise above this. How do you do this? What comes with this? Those that really came with truths and became dismissed witnesses. And so it's just I've always seen that distinction of someone noticing me and not allowing me to notice anything really besides those around me, but other than that, I guess and I can't say that, because you know what, there is those times, and I guess it's those ones that you just really miss, because like there's those times I spent a lot of times with my grandma. She put me in the garden. Well, probably because I seen it as chores. She made me work in her garden, and take care of a lot of stuff around the house, like craftsmanship, like stuff you wouldn't expect somebody that young to really do. So later on that helped me out, but make a buck or two. My grandma would take me hiking. She took me fishing. She took me camping. So like I guess that's like the only concentrated area I can really speak about where I could see Spokane, because I know if you're from Spokane, there's a bunch of trees around here. There's nothing but acreage of trees and just green. And she's the one that let me explore that Centennial Trail, all the trails, all the rivers out and around, the Washington, at least around this area. And yeah, that was, but I guess that, as far as like me putting in that, I guess that's also probably the artist in me that's like, nah, hold that. Because talking about it makes me think of a Tupac Dear Mama type of thing. And that's what I guess that's why it's like I would want to sit down. I'd have to sit down and really compact that, because there is enough there to, you know, shed a light. But I wish it was more like light on the aspect of just me and my moms, you know, because that, you know, being a, you know, the whole single parent thing, that already comes with the whole dynamic itself. So it's just like, you just out there, it's just, yeah. What can I say about my city, Spokane, Evergreen State? The pine trees is evidently in the dispensary. Still I gotta dispense what's concentrated, concentrate my mind on what's contemplated or not. What's not on the plate, food for thought, eyes bigger than your stomach, that's why you can't relate or even finish what's on your plate. Stick a fork in the big lady, understand how I'm big lately. And matter of fact, winning, still in the past, I still doing my thing, big punning is past. Capital punishment, here to bring it back to the community like I know you want it. And I'm not cooking and I'm not doing what you call dirty work, I'm not stewing. I'm not brewing, but I will sip a brew or two. And matter of fact, I won't hit the hard A2, no. I know how to sit patiently. That's why it takes a man to understand what patience is. Be what you are and stop acting. That's what takes a man to be dynamic in his own community and about that action. Now, back to when I was still a youngin', knee-high, struggling, doing what I had to smile, get my Bazooka Joe, chew it in the back of my, chew it on the side of the cheek for a while, you know, a little while till it starts falling apart. That's when I started bringing it apart. I'm talking about game. You know game ain't supposed to be sold. Matter of fact, yes it is. You sell it all day. It ain't supposed to be told. That's why the soul ain't sold. Stitch it up. How can you stretch when you ain't stitched from the same hem? Hem from this if you can, but you coming from a different cloth, right? Possession 9/10 of the law, right? All right. I got a kid, matter of fact, times that. I got 4 and a wife. I gotta even the score. This is not revenge. Anger plus any move is an action of failure. Justice is not blind when the skin is mine. It's only blind when the minority has no mind. As the essence of minority is a child that can't think for himself. Understand where the shelf is. The expiration of the life is where the shelf is. They're looking at you like, yeah, you an organ donor? Bring yourself in. Get dealt in. The deck's been stacked. The rules is rigged. X-Men, Gambit, the deck's been stacked. I'm playing with you kids. Aces and hoes and smoking aces and Alicia Keys to play those notes. This is the fat lady singing and still bringing what you ain't ringing, your ears ringing when I'm hitting Tyson, but I'm not biting. I'm talking about when he was in his prime and had a nightclub before he got set up by the Bosnians. Still, too often, I'm not soft. I softly do what I need to because I know the martial art. My gallery is an art of war. That's why I put heads on the pike and tell them that, come and get more. I'm ready for more. Bring it in store what they can't get outside of stores. It's explicit. Illicit? Nah, this is just the lip doing what it need to do. Following the chakras, the throat too. Line 2. I don't need the line 2. Matter of fact, line 2 more. I'll take 4 by myself. Walk out with bruises and cuts like this is just me being myself. Tough life. Even though it's not enough of a life, this is what's been dealt. So I take those cards and I know how to play them, so I'm not folding. This is Texas Hold'em. And I didn't bring a 10-gallon hat for you bucket heads, but I came to give you the snap back.